by the general manager of the Barnstormers, Mr. Hilliger, and our team ambassador, Bill Atkinson. Oh, it's Dom and Bill. The only two important ones we got here. The player of the month will receive a Rawlings player item provided by Jordan Evans from Big Red Sports Agency located in Brantford. All right, here we go. Compiling a batting average of .440, including 22 hits, 14 runs, and 2 home runs to go along with his 11 RBI. An on-base percentage of .500 and an OPS of 1.080. The player of the month for July is none other than number 19, Spencer Marquez. Congratulations, Spencer. And thank you again to our sponsors, Bridgewater Tree Care in Tilbury and Rawlings for supporting the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers. Tonight's umpires are introduced by the Chatham-Kent Police Association. It's an opportunity to say thank you for protecting our community and supporting the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers IDL baseball club. Making the calls tonight at first base, Justin Snively. On the third base side, James Lyles. And calling his own behind play for tonight's game is James Deacon. Once again, thank you to the Chatham-Kent Police Association for presenting tonight's umpires and supporting your Chatham-Kent Barnstormers.
I don't want anything. You want anything besides pop? I want a nice round ball. Get your peanuts, right? Get your bag of peanuts.
This moment to remind everyone to be alert during the ball game as the foul ball or other objects push into the stands. Please pay attention to your safety and the safety of your children. Our foul ball sponsor, Chatham-Kent Barnstormers, recommending that one use cell phones and digital devices between neighbors. The Chatham-Kent Barnstormers are committed to providing a safe, comfortable, inclusive, and most importantly, enjoyable event experience for all fans and players. Behavior that is unruly or disruptive, such as throwing objects, unauthorized persons on the field of play, consuming alcohol that is not legally sold in the ballpark, will be subject to ejection. Verbal or physical harassment has no place in our ballpark, and those who engage in this activity will be ejected with fines and may be held accountable to the highest extent of the law. Let's all have an amazing time at the ballpark tonight.
Tom told Bill that you're not doing that.
Forward to a ball game here this afternoon, and this is the kind of baseball night that just makes you feel good all over. This certainly was at Donnybrook here yesterday, and his earned run average is 3.85. He has given up 70 walks and 178 strikeouts. He has 25 home runs and 98 runs driven in. He's a right-hand hitter standing deep in the plate. The pitch swung on by Keene. Line shot to left field, base hit. Snyder overdrives it on the skip, fires it back in, and Keene is the base runner at first. Stepping in to lead off in the ball game will be young.
Good evening, baseball fans, and welcome to Fergie Jenkins Field. It's Barnstormers Baseball Live, presented by Kent Essex Mutual Insurance, Ontario's trusted insurance provider. Welcome to the London Majors versus the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers. We have 1/3 of a game for you, Ed. I've never had this happen before.
No, it's a very unusual circumstance. It's called a suspended game, and we're going to pick it up in the top of the 6th inning with the bases loaded and 1 out.
Back July 16th, it was a Tuesday night here at Fergie Jenkins Field. As you said, bases were just loaded at that point by the London Majors, and then the rains came. The rains came hard and heavy, and they suspended that game, so they have rescheduled to pick it up, and that's why you're joining us right now. Bases will be loaded. The way to look, the catcher, Dolio, will be at third base. He had doubled, was moved along. Reichstein will be at second, and Brownlee had just hit into a fielder's choice and the rain came, so that will be the situation. They will be on the bases with Victor Plaz grounding the bat with 1 out in the top of the 6th inning. Back earlier in this game, the London Majors had a 3-run bomb from Cleveland Brownlee. He got them on the board, gave them 3 runs there. The Barnstormers came back with 3 of their own, and that's where we sit. The Barnstormers have the edge in the hit category, 6-4 at this point. Now, when the game was suspended, Brock Whitson was the pitcher at that time. Ed, they had the bullpen warming. Probably was going to be getting the hook at that point anyway. He is not going to continue, so Nick Cardinal will grab the ball, and he will be the pitcher that starts the suspended game here tonight. Cardinal 0-0 on the season. No ERA, 2 games, 2 2/3 innings pitched, 1 walk, 4 Ks. And they're looking for somebody to get that ball over the plate and some velocity and hopefully a strikeout or maybe ground into a double play with these bases loaded.
Throwing strikes off the bat is critical in this situation, so we'll have to wait and see.
We're going to get ready for, I was going to say the first pitch, but we're not going to do that tonight. We're going to have the anthem. Oh, let's get the anthem in here and get ready for this one tonight. Well, with this game resuming, We've got a couple of changes defensively for the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers. Spencer Marcus is your center fielder. Braxton Haggith is going to come in for Lee Kusera in left field. Seth Strong's at third base. Mitsuki Fukuda is the catcher tonight. Robert Mackey was the shortstop at the time of the suspension. He has been scratched from this now. Sadler Goodwin is into short. Trent Sillitz over at first. Torin Vasilenik, who pitched the final inning in the third last night, is your right fielder to start here tonight. Greg Kemble is your designated hitter, and Jalen Butcher is the shortstop. So we will start with one out. Victor Plas will be the batter, and the base runners, as we had said, around the infield. DeLeo will be the runner at third, Reichstein at second, and Brownlee at first. Jonathan Henry will grab the ball. It was Payano who was pitching for the London Majors at the time. His night is done, so Jonathan Henry will get the ball when the Barnstormers go to bat here. It's going through Nick Cardinal's mind. Obviously, he's known this for a while. He's coming in a situation. You got to treat this like a bullpen session, right? You got warmed up, and you got to come into the game mid-game, but you're starting it tonight. It's just
That's
an odd
right.
situation.
You're starting with the bases loaded. That's the other factor in a tie ball game, and you really have to focus on throwing strikes without throwing a lollipop, and a lot of factors that you need to consider.
Well, one of 4 games, I guess 3.5 games going on in the IBL here today. The other 3 are finals. Welland lost to Kitchener tonight. Kitchener's 8-game losing streak is done. They win over Welland 8-5. Guelph in Toronto. Toronto, we were guessing, got home about 3:34 this morning after a late night here. They snapped their 1-game winning streak. 6-1 win by the Guelph Royals, 4 now in a row for them. And Hamilton beats Brantford 6-2, snapping their losing streak. Brantford's now lost 3 in a row. And magic number time, Ed, and I take this for what it's worth. I was never a great math student. The magic number for the Barnstormers to clinch a playoff spot is 2. So any combination of Brantford losses and Barnstormer wins would give the Barnstormers a confirmed spot in the playoffs. It does look promising, but until it's official,
You never say never, but yeah.
Umpires tonight, Justin Snively is over at first, and James Lyles will be at third. They both umped last night's game. James Deacon is the umpire, so obviously the umpires are new to the suspended pickup here in this one. So again, the situation going back to July 16th, the London Majors in town that night. Poured rain, bases were loaded, 1 out in the 6th, and we are now picking it up with 1 out. Top of the 6th inning, runners are on base, and Victor Plas is the batter. In that game, he was 0 for 2. He is batting .291 of the season. He's got 2 home runs and 17 RBI. So we begin in a pressure situation, and 2 teams that could meet the playoffs if they were to end today. We're tied at 3 in the top of the 6th. Nick Cardinal on the mound. And he's going to smoke the first pitch he sees into left. 1 run scores, a second coming around. Strong cuts it off, turns it to home, and he'll slide in under the tag. 2-run score. Victor Plas went up there with a plan, and the plan was to hit the first ball he saw, and he does, for a 2-run single. Brownlee moves up to second. Right stun, and Dolio will score. 2 RBI for Plas now in this game. Brad Verhoeven, the left fielder. I think the Majors should have been made to wear the same jerseys as they wore previously.
I have trouble seeing the numbers on these.
Cardinal 1 pitch in, he's given up 2 runs. Those going to Brock Whitson's column, as he was the pitcher who got the bases loaded at that point.
Brock pitched Friday night in Brantford, I think.
He did indeed.
These days are getting confusing. They're playing so many.
Well, they're back to London tomorrow, and then Guelph on Tuesday. Final 2 home games coming up next week for the Barnstormers. Drops that pitch in for strike 2. He's ahead in the count. Barnstormer fans starting right back where they left off. takes his swing. Look for the appeal, and they'll get him. They'll get him on the K. 2 down, top of 6. So the lineup turns over. Frank Kuzminski is the second baseman. And he'll come from the on-deck circle here with runners on first and second. Both teams coming off a loss. The Barnstormers last night, 20-11 the loss to the Toronto Maple Leafs here at Fergie Jenkins Field. London lost to Welland 6-2 last night. Jose Arias was the loser there. DeOlio, the catcher, 2 for 4 in that game. RBI on a run. Now scored here tonight. Cardinals got 2 down in the top of the 6. Right side corner gets the strike. On the count. Strike 2. Barnstormer fans have come fired up tonight, Ed.
Little excitement. three batters in.
Cardinal going to time out at the plate.
Yeah, give it a rest, eh?
They can't concentrate.
Thank you, Captain Obvious!
0-2 the count. Swing! It'll miss. It'll get him. And out of the inning. 2 runs in the inning, and we'll put a capper on that one, and now we roll. Bottom of the 6th coming up. Barnstormers trail the Majors by a score of 5-3. Barnstormer Baseball Live from Fergie Jenkins Field, presented by Kent Essex Mutual Insurance, Ontario's trusted insurance provider.
Every family, every asset, every business we insure is a chapter in our story. We listen with open hearts, understanding that behind every insurance policy is a unique narrative. It's not just about numbers, it's about your dreams, your aspirations, your life. We take over your risks so you can live life to the fullest. Because we're not just some insurance people behind a desk, we are part of a community that has your back.
The Chatham-Kent Barnstormers are proud to announce that we are planning to stream more local sports on our Facebook page. Coming up this fall, you'll be able to watch curling, pickleball, hockey, and other sports from around CK. After all, we pride ourselves in producing one of the best sportscasts in the Inter-County Baseball League, so why not include everyone? We offer robust advertising packages to our sponsors, including custom video production and cross-posting access, so that you can post the live broadcasts on your business's Facebook page as original content with your own original advertising. Your followers will see it, they will watch it, and they will share it. It will help to grow your following so that your future posts reach more customers. We expect the streams to reach thousands of locals each month across several Facebook accounts. To learn more, contact Brad at the number on screen now. Barnstormers Sports Network, it's all local.
Bottom of the sixth inning now. Barnstormers have some work to do, trailing in this game 5-3. Victor Plaz, first pitch swinging after the suspended game, picks up, drives in a couple of runs, and that's the difference in this game. Jonathan Henry's into pitch now for the Majors. Henry 2-2 on the season, 5.40 ERA, 2 saves. Last pitch the 31st of July in an 18-0 loss to Welland. Gave up 5 runs in that one. 1-0 on the season. Sorry, 2-2 on the season. And still it swings away. That one's going to pop out to right. The right fielder drifts over underneath of it. Wrightstein will swallow that up. And the first out of the 6. Got to go in this one, Ed. You don't have a whole heck of a lot of time. Warren Vasilinek, who pulled double duty last night, was the pitcher who wrapped up the game for the Barnstormers. Came in throwing heat. He was the starting right fielder in the game for the Barnstormers back July 16th, and he'll stay in here tonight. It's interesting because in that game, the Barnstormers were without 3 players.
It was a real mixed-up lineup to begin with that night.
Dan Patel, Spencer Morin, and Braxton Hegeth were not in the lineup as Vasilinek pops it to left. Verhoeven underneath of it. And 2 away quickly. Pop to right and a pop to left.
Everybody please put it over here.
So those 3 players, Patel, Morin, and Hageth, were not available on the start time July 16th. They are available, and Hageth in the lineup tonight. Henry working quickly. He's got 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Home umpire James Deacon certainly wide swath in the strike zone. Nearly going here. Campbell fouls it off behind 0-2.
I was going to ask, and I didn't get around to it, David. Is Mackey available, or is he still suffering the effects of that
spike
hand injury?
Yeah, I from what I understand, he's not available tonight. Tomorrow's Tuesday. Just want to tune in
Monday,
and find out. It's Monday and Tuesday.
It's hard to keep track.
Campbell goes down swinging. We've got 6 innings in the books. And the Barnstormers trail by 2. Another break. We'll get up to the 7th. Coming up, it's Barnstormers Baseball Live from Fergie Jenkins Field, presented by Kent and Essex Mutual Insurance, Ontario's trusted insurance provider. Top of the 7th inning at Fergie Jenkins Field, Barnstormers Baseball Live. Thanks for tuning in on our YouTube stream here tonight. I see the chat is buzzing here in the early going. Majors start the game, the suspended picked up game. with the bases loaded in the top of the 6th. First pitch swinging, Victor Plaza, 2-run RBI single, and that's the difference in the game now, 5-3. Cardinals still in the game. And Ty Mosher was a change by Roop Chanderdat, the manager. Mosher coming in here to play shortstop in this one, replacing Osika. Swings at an inside pitch. It's 1-1. So I did talk to Roop prior to the game, Ed, and he said that anybody on your current roster as it stands now is available as a legal change, unless they were pulled in that suspended game, which nobody was.
Right,
so.
that's what I was going to say. They had gone with their original lineup that night. So,
Pitcher record right now is Payano for the majors, and Whitson in the losing position at this point right now. If something were to change, that would certainly affect that. Cardinal gets a check swing. He went around. That's a strike, 2-2. Well, there's a situation right now in Major League Baseball. Former Toronto Blue Jay catcher Danny Jansen started a game for the Jays against the Boston Red Sox. That game rained out. It's suspended. They're going to pick that game up. He is now a member of the Boston Red Sox. And if he plays in that one, chop towards Sillett. Sillett diving. Cardinal covering, and he'll get there in time.
Real
nice play by Trent Sillett. Diving stop. So in that situation, if Danny Jansen starts for the Boston Red Sox, he will be the first ever player to play for both teams in a single game.
Yeah. You never say never.
Never say never.
I know there were situations where players had been traded in the middle of a doubleheader, and they changed dressing rooms in the middle of the doubleheader. I've heard of that before.
Yeah, but never in the same game.
No.
Caden Cardoso, first baseman, looks at outside, ball 1. Well, I was talking to a fan prior to the game tonight, and he said, wouldn't it have been wild if the Danny Jansen situation, if Danny is a catcher, but what if he was a pitcher? He could be the winning pitcher and the losing pitcher in the game.
That's true.
That's a mind bender for you. Inside pitch. It's going to be ball 2. One of the better hitters in the IBL, Caden Cardoso. I'm on bug duty, guys. Get these bugs out of here tonight.
I'll be the sprayer. I hope that prehistoric one from last night decided to leave.
Cardoso batting .331. 0 for 3 in this game so far. Takes strike 1 there. Cardoso's first year in the IBL. 6 home runs, 21 RBIs, and batting .331. Takes one down the middle. Count evens at 2.
Real tight slider. It's a breaking pitch, and he's throwing it for a lot of strikes. And he seems to be throwing a couple speeds.
Just the 3rd game of the season for Nick Cardinal. Looks in, 2-2 the count, 1 out. And that's a close one. Deacon, the home plate umpire, a little twitch there, but he'll drive the count full. Champ Garner, who was a replacement in the lineup, will wait on deck. Cardinal kicks and deals. He got some swinging. 3rd strikeout since he's entered the game for Nick Cardinal. Champ Garner has 1 home run on this season, and he did hit it here at Fergie Jenkins Field. He came in for Starling Joseph in Roop Chanderdat's lineup switch. There were 3 changes. 1 with the shortstop. Champ Garner comes in for center, and the pitcher Jonathan Henry were the changes by Roop Chanderdat in this suspended pickup. Garner swings at the first one, fouls it straight back. Well, one thing I've noticed here is we don't have ball boys or girls tonight.
No, there's not a lot of secondary help for sure.
Canteen is open, but it's very limited tonight. And the admission is absolutely free. So if you're in the area, you've still got about 2 innings to get over here to catch the tail end of a game that could be a playoff matchup with the season to end right now. Majors are sitting in 4th, 19-13, 5.5 games behind entering the day. Barnstormers 5th, 16-19. They are 10 games back of the Welland Jackfish. You're right, Ed. Some good movement on that ball from Gardner.
Yeah, and he's varying the speeds. And he's throwing strikes.
Well, after last night's debacle, the 22-11 loss to the Toronto Maple Leafs, and those bad habits that the Barnstormers had at the beginning of the season, they all come creeping back in. Nice to see some balls over the plate. Cardinal kicks, deals, pop to left. Underneath of it is Haggith, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. Barnstormers trailing 5-3. Way back for the bottom of the 7th, but first the 7th inning stretch brought to you by Four Diamond Catering and Events. It feels weird to stretch. We just got here. This is Barnstormers Baseball Live from Fergie Jenkins Field, presented by Kent Essex Mutual Insurance, Ontario's trusted insurance provider.
Whether you're commercial, industrial, or residential, Enyo Pest Advisors are here with passion and integrity to help. Call us for a no-obligation quote today, 226-627-4944. Enyo, bigger than bugs.
People maybe have heard of, or they've seen it in a movie where the funeral, the gathering is right at the home. Or it's on the farm, it's, you know, in the backyard or something. And so some people would be hesitant to ask, maybe think that you're not allowed or there's laws involved. Of course you could do this at home, and we can help you do it.
The Chatham-Kent Barnstormers are proud to announce that we are planning to stream more local sports on our Facebook page. Coming up this fall, you will be able to watch curling, pickleball, hockey, and other sports from around CK. After all, we pride ourselves in having one of the best sportscasts in the Inter-County Baseball League. So why not include everyone? We offer robust advertising packages to our sponsors, including custom video production and cross-posting access so that you can post the live broadcasts on your business's Facebook page as original content with your own original advertising. Your followers will see it, they will watch it, and they will share it. It will help to grow your following so that your future posts reach more customers. We expect the streams to reach thousands of locals each month across several Facebook accounts. To learn more, contact Brad at the number on screen. Barnstormers Sports Network, it's all local.
Barnstormers Baseball Live back at Fergie Jenkins Field. These two teams will play again tomorrow in London. A Civic Holiday Monday at 6:05. Labatt Park. If you're going to go on the road to catch a game, we've talked about this, Ed, London is a great place to watch a ball game.
It sure is. Oldest park, oldest baseball park.
Butcher skies one to left. Verhoeven drifts over, and he'll finally get it in the mitt. Fly out to left field in the first out of the bottom of the 7th.
It's always been a great place to play ball in London. Historical site.
Right downtown on the Thames, yeah.
1 hour from Chatham will get you into Labatt Stadium.
That was my introduction to inter-county baseball, was to have season tickets to the majors. Spencer Marcus, the leadoff hitter, was 1 for 2 in this game, had a double. This is his 3rd at bat. Actually, his 4th at bat. He also was walked. Fouls off the first one from Henry. Haggett, the replacement, is on deck. Will get his first at bat of this game that originally started July 16th. 5-3 the score. 6-5 the hits in favor of the Barnstormers. Even up the count, 1-1. And that'll find the strike zone. Now 1-2 to the leadoff batter. Marcus continues to lead the IBL in hitting, batting .374. Was just named the Barnstormer of the Month for July. Swings through that. Strike 3, 2 outs, bottom 7.
Been fairly uneventful for the Barnstormers so far tonight.
So last night, a 22-11 loss. 13 walks in the game for the Barnstormers pitching staff, 2 hit batsmen. They did have 10K, but 15 free bases basically given up, and that was a habit that they had kind of gotten out of their system for June and July. Most certainly July, when the pitching had been at its best. Gave that one away. They out-hit the Maple Leafs last night.
That's the stat that's hard to factor in.
Yeah, you score 11 runs, you should win the game.
Yep.
16 hits last night, 11 runs, and 5 errors for the
The 15 free bases was.
Yeah.
You can't account for that.
No, real difference maker in that one last night. And then Toronto has to head all the way home, and they lose today to Guelph 6-1.
Scored 1 run. That's baseball too.
Yeah, that's just the way it works, isn't it? The Barnstormers yet to get anything going in this pickup so far. Braxton Haggith had a good night last night. Haggith went 3 for 6, 4 RBIs.
He's really picked up his hitting. He's been very consistent and timely with his hitting in the month of July.
So in a normal lineup, Haggith would be the protection for Seth Strong. But in this pickup, he comes into the game to take the spot of Lee Kucera, who was the left fielder. So he's batting in front of Strong now.
Because Fukuda had assumed that role at that point in time at the beginning of this game. He'd been hitting behind Strong as cleanup, and had been doing a really good job.
A lot of moving parts in this one. We had to sit down and ask a bunch of questions just to see how this all worked.
Some of the questions we asked 2 or 3 times.
Tell me that
got different answers.
Jonathan Henry, count is full, 2 outs. And Haggis stays alive, fouling it over the Barnstormers bullpen. Drives one to right. That's a long way back, and it's going to go. And the Barnstormers have cut the lead to 1. Braxton Haggith, as we were saying, a pretty good bat there in that lineup. 5th home run of the season, 30 RBIs now.
Makes it a little bit more interesting with the Panda coming up.
That's the 7th hit of the game for the Barnstormers, but the first in this Part 2 version. And now Seth Strong strides to the plate. Hit a dinger last night. He's got 15 on the season, and he'll swing at the first one down the line fair. Strong on his horse. He'll hit first. And will slide into second with a double. Strong not waiting along. Gonna drive one down the right field corner. Rattles it off the field house, and now Suki Fukuda will have a chance to drive in the tying run.
Just smiling. I was wondering if we had any fans here. Before, it was really quiet. In the last 2 minutes, it's picked up considerably.
We had one loud fan.
Yes.
But there are more here, and there they have something to cheer about. Back-to-back hits now for the Barnstormers. Seth hustling, and that ball got to the corner quickly. Right fielder Reichstein got it in. Fukuda with a chance to tie things up. 2 outs, bottom 7. 5-4 Majors. Manager Chanderdad out to the mound to speak with Jonathan Henry. He's got the assignment. And first pitch to Fukuda's outside. Fukuda in tight on the plate. Heading to count 1-0. Checks the swing, ball low. Sadler Goodwin on deck, about to get his first look at the London Majors pitching staff. Fukuda down to third. Plaz gathers it up over the top, and they'll get him at first. Get him out of the inning there. One hit. It was a home run, and the Barnstormers have half the lead. It's now 5-4 for the Majors. Top of the 8th we go from Fergie Jenkins Field, presented by Kent Essex Mutual Insurance, Ontario's trusted insurance provider.
Every family, every asset, every business we insure is a chapter in our story. We listen with open hearts, understanding that behind every insurance policy is a unique narrative. It's not just about numbers, it's about your dreams, your aspirations, your life. We take over your risks so you can live life to the fullest. Because we're not just some insurance people behind a desk, we're part of a community that has your back.
Whether you're commercial, industrial, or residential, Enyo Pest Advisors are here with passion and integrity to help. Call us for a no-obligation quote today, 226-627-4944. Enyo, bigger than bugs.
Eduardo D'Olio, the catcher. All-star catcher for the London Majors, will lead off the top of the 8th inning. Cardinal stays on the mound, swings at the first pitch. That's into the Barnstormers dugout. Take cover. What else around there? Looks like Dan Norman, the manager, was the one taking cover.
Bailed out.
D'Olio at his first visit here. 2 home runs, hit 2 bombs to straight away. He's got 2 home runs and 8 RBIs against the Barnstormers this year. Inside pitch, jumps out of the way. His 2 bombs were the ones that went right between the maple trees.
Yeah,
after their first visit.
Seemed like every home run was going right between the goalposts early in the year.
What did we have? A 4-hour game last night? And the longest previous game was against the Majors earlier in the season.
That was on a Tuesday night, as you can recall.
Oh, yeah.
Debating whether to go to work or go home and try to get some sleep.
Yeah, it was a late night. Tell you, last night didn't help my golf game this morning. It was.
You got to arrange for a little later tea time, maybe.
Maybe just be a better golfer. I think that might be the thing. 1-2 the count. Cardinal ahead on D'Olio, the catcher. Field set. Here comes Cardinal to the plate. Another strikeout. Nick Cardinal's come in and thrown strikes. That's 4 now.
Mixing his pitches really well, mainly speeds. He's really varied his speeds, and it's been very effective.
Off balance there in the box. Reichstein will now stride to the plate. Reichstein came around to score on the first pitch of part 2 of this game, the suspended pickup. Victor Plaz hit a single. Reichstein was on second to start the game, and he came all the way around.
Reichstein has been a major since 2012.
There's an off-speed pitch. Hageth has to turn back to the infield, and he's got it. 2 outs quickly for Cardinal. Fly out to left field. Cleveland Brownlee. He's only hitting 150 on the season. He's got 3 home runs, and he's a crowd favorite. And we've certainly got a loud one here. A small but mighty crowd tonight. And Brownlee he'll interact with the crowd. He'll have some fun. But he is the first to hit one over the left field fence, or actually second to hit it over the left field fence. It was this game.
Yeah.
Back in the second inning when he hit a 3-run bomb.
Almost put it on Donnie Bruner's front porch in left center field.
He just turned and looked at the loudest voice in the crowd and said, "Hey, let me hit, let me hit." Inside, he'll get a strike. Brownlee, a veteran on this team. Real personality for the majors. He's also an assistant coach. He was pitching batting practice prior to the game tonight.
Big, strong guy.
Another old school guy with the bare hands, no batting gloves. Strong diving from his knees across the diamond, and he's got him.
What a play. Great play.
Red Star next to that one. Seth Strong diving. Another 1-2-3 inning for Nick Cardinal. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The Barnstormers trailing by 1. It is Barnstormers Baseball Live, presented by Ken Essex Mutual Insurance, Ontario's trusted insurance provider.
Reaching out, touching me, touching you.
The Chatham-Kent Barnstormers are proud to announce that we are planning to stream more local sports on our Facebook page. Coming up this fall, you will be able to watch curling, pickleball, hockey, and other sports from around CK. After all, we pride ourselves in producing one of the best sportscasts in the Intercounty Baseball League, so why not include everyone? We offer robust advertising packages to our sponsors, including custom video production and cross-posting access so that you can post the live broadcasts on your business's Facebook account as original content with your own original advertising. Your followers will see it, they will watch it, and they will share it. It will help to grow your following so that your future posts reach more customers. We expect the streams to reach thousands of locals over several Facebook accounts. To learn more, contact Brad at the number on your screen. Barnstormers Sports Network, it's all local.
We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Barnstormers trailing by 1. Sadler Goodwin, who replaced Robert Mackey in this pickup of the suspended game, gets his first at bat of the game. And he's going to get a strike on the outside, which a wide strike zone from James Deacon. Goodwin swings through strike 2, an off-speed pitch from Henry. Stays in the game. He replaced Payano, who had started this game back July 16th. Both the starters did not resume the suspended game. Henry ahead in the count, 0-2 to the shortstop. Just gets a piece of it.
Guard the plate.
Goodwin had a home run in Brantford on Friday night. His first as a Barnstormer, first in the IBL. Was originally signed by Harry Muir, the general manager, in January. But his job kept him away from the team. And there was some thought they released him, but they stayed in contact. Cordova, Tennessee had to drop out of the commitment to the team, but came over just prior to the deadline. Came back over just prior to the deadline, and real good shortstop. Good bat at shoulders, too.
We're talking about how good a shortstop he was last night. I don't think he had to play.
That's true. Barnstormers back in action here at Fergie Jenkins Field on Saturday versus the Welland Jackfish. Ball outside. Welland Saturday, Guelph on Sunday. Final 2 regular season home games. Get your tickets online now at ckbarnstormers.com and be keeping an eye for playoff tickets. I can confirm that spot. Those tickets will be available. 2-2 the count to Goodwin. And he'll get him on the strikeout, get him looking. Fooled him with the off speed. Goodwin just kind of snapped his head back. And this is the interesting part of this game, Ed, is that some of these batters might only get one at bat.
That's right.
A guy like Sadler Goodwin, a good stick. And you're not going to be able to.
Yeah, he may not get back around.
Trent Sillett, who led this game off, flew out to the right fielder, pops one to the right side again. It's going to drift out of play in behind the Majors bullpen. Sillett was 1 for 2. That hit back July 16th. 5-4 your score where we sit right now. Final game of the weekend in the IBL. Kitchener a big win today, snapping their 8-game losing streak over Welland, who has just been so-so here in the last 10. 8-5 was the final of that one. Guelph beating Toronto 6-1 inside strike. Guelph's now won 4 in a row. And Hamilton, who's right behind the Barnstormers, right behind him, a 6-2 win over Brantford. Sillett's got to defend now outside. Henry looks in for the side. He's ahead in the count 1-2. Majors lead by 1. D'Olio right down the pipe. Another one caught looking. Back-to-back strikeouts, yeah. Third strikeout since resuming this game for Jonathan Henry. Vasilenic pitched last night. We'll see him out of the bullpen a little more often here in the tail end of the season. Comes in throwing heat, was throwing strikes last night too, Ed.
He has done that. We've seen him 3 times in Chatham come in and throw an inning or more, and he throws like a shortstop. He's got a really good strong arm, and he throws strikes.
Well, after last night's game, anybody get over the plate was a contender. 1-1 the count here. Henry's got back-to-back strikeouts. And looking for a third to wrap up the 8th. Outside 2-1.
Needs to get on somehow.
Kemble waits on deck. Inside, count 3-1. Vasilenic trying to work his way on.
Come on.
Vasilenic jumps all over that one and pounds it off the fence in front of the bullpen.
And have broken his bat.
piece of lumber. When he returns, it'll be a full count. Kemble and Butcher, the next batters due up. Vasilinic flew out to the left. And we started this resumed game.
See if he throws him the same pitch he threw the previous batters. The slider
buckled their knees, the first two. Let's see if Vasilinic has read anything into it. Henry ready and set. Here he comes. And that was a fastball on the outside. Vasilinic fights it off. So talking to some of the crew last night, was the second largest crowd in Barnstormers history. Huge crowd last night.
They were coming into the first inning. They were still coming up the way.
Vasilinic fouls another one off. Tonight, a free admission game for the 3 innings to pick up the suspended game, and seeing a lot of new faces around tonight. And that's kind of what they're hoping. Maybe get a couple people that want to see what it's all about. Free game.
Look to come back on Saturday or Sunday next weekend.
Count stays full. Vasilinic. Payoff pitch. Vasilinic chops it to short. Scoop, throws, and they've got him. And out of the 6, we go to the top of the 9th. Barnstormers still trailing by 1. Barnstormer Baseball Live from Fergie Jenkins Field is presented by Kent Essex Mutual Insurance, Ontario's trusted insurance provider. Top of 9 at Fergie Field. It's Barnstormers baseball, picked up here in the top of the 6th from the July 16th rainouts. Not rainout, suspended game July 16th. We picked it up. Victor Plaz is going to be the batter here. Plaz, new on the drive here. He's known for a while that he was going to come up with the bases loaded, and he came up against Nick Cardinal and swung at the first pitch. A single, a 2-run single. It's the difference in this one so far. The Majors have a 5-4 lead. Cardinal stays in the game. This time Plaz fakes the bunt. It'll be a strike. You had to think, if you're Plaz, you know you're coming to the game, bases loaded. You know that pitcher's been thinking about it as well.
He wants to throw a strike.
Yeah.
Yep.
He came ready, and first pitch swinging, and we got started here this afternoon in a 2-run single. Cardinals pitched well. There's a swing on the second one. 0-2 ahead in the counts for Holman. Waits on deck. sparse but mighty crowd here tonight. Trying to get something going. And he'll get him swinging on that one. Yeah, they'll throw it down to first to complete the strikeout.
Quite a pitching performance so far for Cardinal.
Count gives me 5 strikeouts for Cardinal in this one so far. Came in 1 out of the 6. Verhoeven, the left fielder. 9th batter in the lineup for Roop Chandernet. Verhoeven was a strikeout victim to end the 6th, or actually was the 2nd out in the 6th inning. And he'll take strike 1 here. Cardinal rocks back into his windup. 0-1. Okuda waits for home in the batter. Chop towards second. Butcher has to come back to his left. Plants, gets it over to first. They've got 2 away. Jalen, usually a third baseman, was slotted into second in that game July 16th. There was shortage of some infielders.
It was like a lottery that night. I think there's who can play second base or who's played in the outfield, and they had volunteers.
I think that was the conversation. Who wants to play second? Jalen put his head up, and he stays in the game here this evening. Kuzminski now, the second baseman. He's also a strikeout victim tonight. We'll start him out with a strike. Cardinal pumping balls into the strike zone.
It really is. When you're looking for volunteers, you want the guy who's volunteering to be looking you in the eye. You don't want the guy with his head dropped and say, yeah, I can do that maybe.
Butcher would want to find his way into the lineup a little more often. He'll take the playing time here. Cardinal ahead in the count, 0-1. He's been in the head in the count all night. And there's a curveball on the outside. He's not going to get the call there.
He's been nibbling on the corners, inside, outside, varying the pitches, the speeds. He's just done a really good job. It's the first time I've seen him.
Ty Mosier, shortstop, is on deck. Cardinal from Bonnyville, Alberta. Pumps one inside. That's 2-1. He'll also play a little infield, too, from what we understand. 6'7", 225. He's 27 years old. 2 on the count. 2 outs here, top of 9. Now one shot to right. It's going a long way. They're going to look up, and that's going to go. Kuzminski turns one around. It's 6-4 Majors. Second home run of the season. And that one gives him a little more padding on the scoreboard. 2-run lead for Greg Kuzminski.
Number 97, Tyler Mosier.
Two outs, top of 9. Cardinals just giving up a home run. He buzzes one inside and Mosier. For those watching at home, we have more than 2 fans at the game. There's quite a few, actually. You might hear 2 of them. Chop towards Butcher. Another chance here. Short hops over to first. Out of the inning. 1 home run makes it 6-4 Majors. And the Barnstormers will have to get the rally caps and the bats going here in the bottom of the 9th. Barnstormers Baseball Live, presented by Kent Essex Mutual Insurance, Ontario's trusted insurance provider.
Whether you're commercial, industrial, or residential, Enyo Pest Advisors are here with passion and integrity to help. Call us for a no-obligation quote today, 226-627-4944. Enyo, bigger than bugs.
Chatham-Kent Barnstormers are proud to announce that we are planning to stream more local sports on our Facebook page. Coming up this fall, you will be able to watch curling, pickleball, hockey, and other sports from around CK. After all, we pride ourselves in producing one of the best sportscasts in the Inter-County Baseball League. So why not include everyone? We offer robust advertising packages to our sponsors, including custom video production and cross-posting access, so that you can post the live broadcasts on your business's Facebook page as original content with your own original advertising. Your followers will see it, they will watch it, and they will share it. It will help to grow your following so that your future posts reach even more customers. We expect the streams to reach thousands of locals each month across several Facebook accounts. To learn more, contact Brad at the number on your screen. Barnstormers Sports Network, it's all local.
Bottom of 9, and the Barnstormers are going to set up a pinch hitter. Pinch hitter brought to you by Chatham-Kent Fire Department. Schedule your chirp check today. Dan Battelle into the game for the designated hitter, Greg Kemble. Kemble ends up 0 for 2 with the walk of the game. Barnstormers down by 2, trying to chase down the London Majors in the standings. They're in the 4th spot. Barnstormers are in 5th, and Hamilton right behind them. Henry stays in the game. Battelle looks at his strike. It's 1-1. Battelle gets a piece of it up the middle. Mosher comes across, fields it nicely, and will get Battelle at first. First batter down for Henry. Pitcher record right now is Payano for the London Majors. Unless the Barnstormers can turn something around, it'll be Anthony Polowick. Polowick, a 3-hit game last night, had a couple of RBIs, stung the ball real good in a couple of them. He's into the game for Jalen Butcher, the second baseman. Now that'll be strike 1. He'll turn the order around. Spencer Marcus waits on deck. Haggith strong, hoping to have a chance of driving some run here in the bottom of the 9th. Outside, 1-1.
We're talking in between innings. We have a lot of flexibility on the infield between Polowick and Mackey and Battelle. We're pretty solid up the middle. And Sillett and Strong have taken care of first and third most of the season.
Mackey's about a week away from returning to the lineup. Henry to Polowick. There's an off-speed pitch. And the count, Polowick's 3-1. Looking to get on base to bring the tying run to the plate. Bullpens are quiet for the Majors. Henry looking to go all the way here in the pickup. That's going to be a strike. Count goes full. Polowick trying to get on, bottom of the 9th. And he'll pop one to the right side. Cardoso drifts over, reaches over the fence, and that's going to bounce into the bullpen. Cardoso made that close. A life for Polowick.
Surprised they don't have the big O on top of that fence. You know, they usually have the pipe.
Yep.
So you don't scrape your arm along the top of the wire fence.
Cardoso might have done that.
That's what made me think about it.
Count is full to Polowick. 1 out at the bottom of the 9th. Barnstormer fans doing all they can to throw Henry off. Polowick, left-handed batter. 3 hits last night. And that one's low. He's going to work himself a walk. That'll turn the lineup over for Spencer Marcus. The Barnstormers have anything left in the tank to push this one to extras or maybe take a walk-off win here, down by 2. Fergie's rocking. That one off the backstop, and Polowick's going to move down to second. Henry threw that one away. Olio didn't have a chance.
Squeeze that one, yeah. Well, it's going to make it a little exciting at the end. Hopefully it's not the end. We have Marcus up, who still leads the league in hitting. Runner on in scoring position at second base.
Polowick gets his lead. Henry looks in for the sign. High ball 1. Sorry, it's ball 2. First was a wild pitch. Marcus swings through that one. It's 2-1.
A very effective pitch for him. Swooping curveball.
That's what he threw in the first one that got away. Just held on to it a little too long.
Yeah.
Polowick at second. Barnstormers down by 2. Marcus jammed on that, fouls it off. 2-2 the count now. Lefty doing what Lefty does, trying to get the crowd going here at Fergie Field. Good bat, Marcus. Hole there, big hole between short and third. And the right side's open too as they're trying to jockey and keep Polowick close. And he's going to swing through that one and down to the final out now. 4 strikeouts for Jonathan Henry since coming into the game. And the Barnstormers are down to the last hope. And it's Braxton Haggith who hit a home run last time up. Haggith's got 1 at bat in the game. His 5th home run is all he's got to show for it. That came back in the 7th. Lefty warming in the bullpen, and I'm guessing they're targeting Seth Strong, who's on deck if they get that far. Haggith knuckles one towards third. Plaz comes up with it, throws it away, goes into the bullpen, and 1 run will score. Haggith will get a base hit, move to second on the air. And the Barnstormers are down by 1 and a runner in scoring position.
Right out the end of the bat. One of those.
Not pretty.
No chalk on the end of the cue tip.
Braxton Haggith hustles down the line. Plaz made that close. Cardoso couldn't come up with a short hop. It's not going to get a swing in as Seth has walked intentionally. Fans don't like it, but it's the right play. Group Chanderdat's not going to let the MVP candidate beat him. So Mitsuki Fukuda has a chance to drive in the winning run now, the tying run, I should say.
That's the old theory about putting the winning run on base as well. The old school, anyway. You never give up the winning run, or put your winning run on base.
Well, you saw the Blue Jays put Aaron Judge on a couple times this weekend with a runner on first, and once with nobody on base. They weren't pitching to him. Fukuda outside, strike 1. Fans want something here. Room on the infield again. Plaz is covering the line. Mosher is playing close to second. Fukuda could hook one there. He'll have some room to get it through. Inside, 0-2. Fukuda's been looking. Doesn't agree. He's got something to say to the umpire, which is interesting because he doesn't speak English. So
could be complimentary or not.
0-2, down to the last strike. Henry on the mound. Haggins is at second. Ball in the dirt. Dolio wanted to chase. 1-2 the count.
The off-speed slider or swerve that he's been throwing, it seems to be freezing people at the plate.
Fukuda would have been made aware of that. He's been paying attention. Goodwin waits on deck if he gets to him. Chops it down to third, foul ball.
And there it was.
Haggett and Strong will go back to their bases. 1-2 the count now. Here comes Henry. Fukuda waits. Outside, Fukuda thought he might have been called on that one. He kind of spun around like he had missed his chance. He's got a second chance here. 2-2 the count. Outside, count goes full. Fukuda's got an RBI in this game.
Everything will be moving.
Runners
3 and
on
2.
the go.
Yep. 2 out.
Tying run at second, winning run at first. 2 outs. Majors up 6-5. Henry looks back at the runner, comes to the plate. Fukuda skies it to the left side. Reichstein is underneath of it. Verhoeven now drifts back. Sawyer Verhoeven. And he'll come up with it. And that's all she wrote for the Barnstormers tonight. Fukuda goes down to the pop fly. And the Barnstormers will lose this picked up game by a final score of 6-5. Well, they made it interesting, Ed, in a third of a game we had here tonight.
Yeah, it was like in spurts. It was an unusual night to begin with. No one really knew what to expect until the game started, and they started it with a bang. We hit the first pitch for a single with the bases loaded, took a 2-run lead. We got back with a home run from Haggith, and we made the bottom of the ninth interesting, certainly with a couple of pinch hitters, and ended up with men on first and second with 2 out, and we just couldn't get that tying run in. But once again, I think the Barnstormers have always showed resilience, and they did it again tonight.
Greg Krasminski is going to get the home run in the top of the ninth. That ends up being the game winner, his second of the year. Victor Payano will be the winning pitcher. Brock Whitson, who might not even be at the ball diamond tonight, is going to go down as the losing pitcher. Jonathan Henry will be the save. 4 innings pitched, 2 runs, 1 of them earned, 3 hits, a walk, and 5 strikeouts. What won't be mentioned in the final line will be the performance of Nick Cardinal tonight. Outside of that first pitch to Victor Plaz, and I guess the home run in the ninth.
Home run made a difference, yeah.
He pitched very well. He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strikeouts in his innings of work here tonight.
Threw a lot of strikes, and that's so important in this league or any other league, but he was throwing strikes all night, moving the ball around.
Barnstormers will fall in their second straight. They're back to London tomorrow. London is the one team in the IBL that the Barnstormers have yet to beat this year. They beat 7 other teams. The Majors have their numbers so far. Peter Cobb will be back here with our interview once we come back. Barnstormers Baseball Live from Fergie Jenkins Field is presented by Kent and Essex Mutual Insurance, Ontario's trusted insurance provider.
Alberta, ladies and gentlemen. How about it right here? Nick, you and I were talking on the way over literally 2 pitches. Your first and your last. And that was the difference. I mean, you started the game, the bases were loaded. I wouldn't want to do that for all the tea in China. But you had to face it, a solid base hit the guy hit, and then 2 runs came home and then a solo home run. But that was, other than that, you were lights out tonight. How were things on the mound?
Happy to be here. Thanks for coming out to Portland. The base is loaded. I've got to come in and do my job. That's why I'm out here. So happy to be here.
Well, I'm going to tell you, we're excited, and you got, as they say in the pro ball, and Mr. E. Myers had a nasty one, an Uncle Charlie curveball, and it was like none other, and it kept the majors off balance tonight.
Yeah, just doing my job, like I said. Going here, throw some strikes, and get as many wins as the fans as possible.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nick and I were also talking about our hearts go out to those folks in Jasper and your home province. And hey, listen, keep throwing strikes, keep playing hard, and you can see you're going to get tremendous support here from the good folk in the municipality of Chatham-Kent. Hey, folks, I'm Peter Shaw. That's Nick Cardinal. We'll send it back up to the loop to Chris and Ed.
Appreciate that. Nick Cardinal had a very strong game, but like you said, his very first pitch, Victor Plas came up. He knew he was going to come over the plate. Gas went over to the left side, and it was a 2-run single. Barnstormers fought back. Braxton Haggith had a home run, but not enough to win the game here. Final score will be 6-5 for the London Majors. We're going to throw it downstairs to Liam here.
That's it for another thrilling game here at the ballpark, folks. Don't forget to catch next game, where I'll be joining you every middle inning, just like I did today. Thank you for joining us today on Barnstormers Live. My name's Liam, sending it back to the boys in the booth.
Barnstormers follow this one with the London Majors. They'll head back up the 4-1. They'll meet again tomorrow, 6:05. The Majors will have that broadcast for you. The Guelph Royals on Tuesday before the final 2 home games of the season, Welland and Guelph next weekend. Well, it was an interesting one, Ed. We had a lot of questions to begin this one.
Yeah, we got off to an interesting start because we were everyone seemed to have a different opinion on where we were starting the game and how it was about to start. And we've heard a variety of opinions starting yesterday and going to the beginning of the game today. But things got going, and London got ahead, but we clawed back as we have been doing, and there were some exciting moments, and hopefully this will continue into tomorrow's game in London.
Barnstormers still trying to get that elusive win against the London Majors that didn't come here this afternoon. The wrap-up of the game, July 16th, now officially in the books. We'll be back again on the broadcast next Sunday, or Saturday rather, with the Welland Jackfish at 7:05. Until then, for Wes and Brad, for you, Ed, I'm Chris McLeod. Thank you for watching this live broadcast presented by Kent Essex Mutual Insurance, Ontario's trusted insurance provider.